welcome to the 12th episode of SHRISHTI. So, in every episode, we have a story of a woman who has who has listened to her inner calling and started a journey with some passion, some uh, drive from the inner voice that showed her what her purpose and what her real contribution to the society can be. So, in this episode, we have someone who found her purpose not through something which was very positive, but something which drove her to realize that there were many others like her who would need something that she needs to make available. I'm talking about Nikita Amit Khandelwal. She's the founder of Nyon the Healer, a Pune based FSSAI registered brand which specializes in pure gluten free flours and food products. She was inspired by her younger son's diagnosis of celiac disease. We will talk more about this in the conversation that we have with her. But with this, she transformed a personal challenge into something which became her mission to make safe, uh, nutritious, and affordable products for kids who had this disease and also as a preventive food product for people in general, because we all know how adulteration affects our health. So this was her turning point where she became more inclined towards nutrition and adulteration free products. Uh, Through her work, she's not only manufacturing these healthy food products, but she's also creating an awareness about all the gluten related disorders and diseases which happen if we ignore what we are intaking. So join me in welcoming Nikita, and it's very interesting to listen to her journey, where a personal setback actually inspired her to spread awareness, spread the availability of products which are otherwise either not available or very expensive when we go to buy them. So join me in welcoming Nikita to this episode. First of all, thank you so much, Nikita, for joining us. It is a very interesting conversation that we are going to have today, because from motherhood to entrepreneurship to a meaningful journey on healing and nutrition. Very, very, very honored to have you on the episode. And before we begin, I would just like to say that it is a great thing that you've done. It is a great purpose that you've identified, because nutrition and children, ये बहुत साथ में चलता रहता है. It's a journey every mother has to take very carefully. So to begin with, this journey has had a very beautiful beginning. So tell us a little bit about how it started and what are the experiences that shaped you the way you are today. Yeah.
Thank you, Nivedita, for having me here. Like before I became an entrepreneur, I was also like a normal homemaker, like any parent who would take care of her kids, their health, their carefree, their good childhood. But things changed when my younger son was detected with celiac disease, a disease which is an allergy. There is no cure for this disease, and it is going to be there lifelong. So the only cure was having gluten-free diet. But initially in India, nobody was aware about it. Even we had less information. The doctors were not aware much how to go about it. So yes, our lives were shattered and we really didn't know how to go about. But then later, as and when we started researching, studying how millets and a good health can actually heal, within inside your own body, because this had a healing which was to be taken care from inside. Nothing was seen, it is not superficial, it is within, and it's a lifestyle disease which we need to take care throughout his life. So yes, things were not that easy for us initially, and suddenly foods like roti, bread, Everything was stopped. He couldn't have anything, nothing from outside. Basically, he was allergic to wheat and wheat products. And that is majorly found in all the products which are available in the market.
Correct.
So we really had to, struggle in initial days. How should we go about? But
Mhm.
then with constant research and study, we came till here. That's how Neon the Healer was given birth to. Yes, it was difficult initially to say no to your own child. Mama, can I
Mhm.
eat this? Mama, should I have this? We were so worried how he will go to birthday parties because he cannot have anything. He was missing out on his own childhood. And he was
Mhm.
very young at that time. He was hardly 4 years old when this was
Mhm.
detected. So, yes, as a mother, it was a painful journey. But then,
Mhm.
yes, where there's a will, there's a way. So, here we are with Neon the Healer.
Wonderful. So basically, your work today is connected with wellness and nourishment. And it is a great thing that when you found this gap, you also, you spread out your arms to also support others who may be sailing the same boat. So it's a wonderful thing to do, despite having such a, it's a very great setback to see your, like you just said, that to see your child missing out on so many things. So really commendable what you've done. Uh, so was there any like this was the moment when you saw food differently, and when you felt that you have to study more on this or you have to see nutrition more as healing? How did that journey begin?
Well, initially, food meant for us was filling stomach, right? Nobody
Correct.
has ever thought over it that a food can either harm you or it can heal you, right?
Right.
Even
Right.
I started focusing on it when my son was diagnosed with celiac
Mhm.
disease, right? Like
Mhm.
which food will harm him? That was wheat and wheat products. And what
Right.
will cure him was millets, lentils, and other grains which were naturally gluten free. So
Mhm.
definitely we had to, do research wherein every meal mattered, every label mattered, and every
Mhm.
ingredient also mattered. So we started studying meals as per their nutritional value, along with what effect is going to, make it on a health. So
Right.
basically, it was food was not a fuel anymore. It was a medicine. It was our
Mhm.
necessity, where we
Right.
had to give our child and cure him naturally, because this disease does not have any cure, and
Mhm.
we have to heal him only with a healthy gluten free diet. So
Right.
that's how, we came across many different combinations and ingredients which would help him recover within.
That must have been a really difficult journey just to even know about it is it's not easy as at all. But there are challenges which people face, but to convert that challenge into a purpose is something which not everyone does. So how did you transform this personal experience into something that supports so many families today?
See, initially I was trying to help my own child,
Mhm.
experimenting, researching varieties of foods and blends, mixes, which would help him cure. But there came a time where there was COVID lockdown. We all
Mhm.
know it was a very critical situation where we couldn't access anything. So there
Correct.
were many other families who actually got connected with me. Those families could not afford expensive products, as
Mhm.
the premium stores were also closed and the
Correct.
imported brands were too expensive.
Yes.
Actually, gluten-free products are way expensive than what, a middle class family can afford. So we thought of helping those people during
Mhm.
lockdown. So thought of that the knowledge and what I am doing for my son, let's extend it to the people who need it. Because I know the pain, what it is when your child falls sick and he cannot have a proper diet. So I didn't wanted the other families also to face the same. So we started helping in lockdown, and that's how, with a mission to help, has made us reach here today. So it was with few families, and now it is with hundreds of families across India who trust us with the food we give them, because it is pure, natural, and gluten free.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, uh, I would like to add here that I remember when my own son was very young and I was looking for some healthy options. It was the COVID time that time. So, and anyways, children, we try to give them the best.
The
So I
best.
remember taking few ingredients from you and feeding it to him. So yes, I can also vouch for that, the kind of quality and the kind of warmth you have in what you're doing, because it's not like just ordering and getting the product. We know what where it is coming from, we know who is doing it. So that's really inspiring actually. So what made you think of, like, I understand you wanted to help the families, then you have actually set up the entire thing, because it's not easy to run a business when you're trying to deal with something which has got you emotionally connected so much, and then you are setting up a whole business idea around it. So how did you do that? What was it that drove you internally? What was your mindset? What were you thinking? And also, how do you feel today about it? Is it about being grateful? Is it about being fulfilled, contented? What is the feeling today?
See, I wasn't looking out for business initially. Initially, what I started was only to cure my son. But
Right.
then later, we got a chance, to help people in lockdown. So we
Mhm.
proceeded with that. Actually, initially we would get a traditional gluten-free food, but in
Mhm.
which either they were expensive or
Right.
they were highly processed. So I
Right.
wanted to create something which is affordable, which is had a high purity, in the sense wherein we don't add colors, no artificial gum used, no
Right.
preservatives, no emulsifiers. So it was just honest nutrition with full purity, because every blend which was created with the same care I would create for my own family. And yes, I am grateful, because the achievement where people ask me that what have you achieved? See, I haven't achieved any recognition or awards. The biggest achievement for me is receiving a message from a mother saying that thank you, my kid enjoyed that cake after being diagnosed as celiac disease. Yes, the smile matters. It is priceless and precious for me. When I receive a message that my mother in law enjoyed having upma after 2 years being diagnosed from cancer. So, yes, these are the biggest achievements which I have earned till date, and I will be grateful to God that I am able to help many people like us. So, yes, this is my achievement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are the biggest achievements, no doubt. So great. You're doing a great job. We will move ahead to the next segment where we will talk more about the internal talks, the mindset, because what you did has a purpose. It is a something which you're doing with absolutely pure intention. But to regulate our minds, to keep out those thoughts which restrict you and take in those which empower you. So we want to understand a little bit about it. Uh, this was something which was unconventional. Like you rightly said, that whatever was available was very highly priced. And also, the quality, the purity cannot be judged with whatever is on the
Mm.
labels. We all know that today. So, did you ever feel that this vision was difficult for others to understand initially?
Yes, yes, definitely. I do feel that, because till date also people do compare. If I just speak about a simple sorghum flour, that is jawar flour available,
Mhm.
yes, my products are little expensive than what is available in the market. But
Correct.
people don't understand that why this is necessary, because we are using completely gluten-free facility. wherein we are taking utmost care, that there shouldn't be a cross contamination.
Correct.
The grains are clean. They are, taken care by every aspect. What we have to do is, what people thought initially, that gluten free was just another trend, a diet trend
Yes.
which is there in the market. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, few didn't understand, and rather, why to go far away? My own family members initially didn't understand what
Right.
gluten, how is it possible that a child is got allergic with wheat? ऐसे कैसे
Mm-hmm.
हो सकता है? How is it possible? हम तो खाते हैं, हमारे सब ने खाया है, मतलब all our ancestors, forefathers, सब ने wheat intake किया है, तो ये ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? This is because in India, allergy is never taken into consideration. We have heard
Mm-hmm.
in abroad that there was nut allergy, there's soya allergy, but in India, hardly anybody has been diagnosed.
Yes.
Anybody's aware about it. And when
Mm-hmm.
my son was detected, it was hardly 3% in Pune. Across
Mm-hmm.
India, it was very much less. It was 0.3% that
Mm-hmm.
anybody is, detected with celiac disease or is gluten intolerant. But
Correct.
it was a very tough time for us. Then
Mm-hmm.
we stopped convincing people. We said,
Mm-hmm.
let us do our work and do our research and continue with it, because
Correct.
I believe more in creating than explaining to anybody, because I said my work will speak, not today
Right.
but tomorrow, definitely. So yes, it was tough
Absolutely.
and difficult, but we have to manage.
Absolutely. आई थिंक यही होता है कि हम कब से खा हम तो ये रोटी ही खाते हैं, हम तो यही खाते हैं एंड कुछ और हुआ होगा. दैट इज करेक्ट. मतलब टू कन्विंस टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट माइंडसेट, लाइक सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट यू सेड, आई एम जस्ट रिलेटिंग. जैसे खाने को हम समझते हैं क्या, वी हैव टू फिल आवर स्टमक्स, बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग विद दैट उतना कॉन्शियसली हम नहीं अभी भी कर पाते हैं. सो या दैट इज अ वेरी difficult thing to convince people. So, what mindset, like you said that you said ki haan, let me work and my work will speak. So, what was your internal talk? What was your mindset? क्या चलता था? जैसे लोग ऐसा बोलते हैं तो we get affected obviously as humans. But how did you overcome that?
See, whenever I doubted myself, I always remembered my son, because he is my biggest inspiration. And honestly, today I am here only and only because of him. So, yes, I have to keep going on for him at least, and rest will follow it. People who
Correct.
trusted me will definitely come back to me, and whether people say anything, it doesn't matter. But one single family, one single person who has got good relief after having our products, who is fit and fine, that matters us the most. And yes, my son, the biggest inspiration.
Great, great. So yeah, him supporting you is also a great thing at such a tender age. Like
Yes,
having to manage his life and knowing that what is right for him, what is wrong for him. I think this is a very great foundation that he's having since beginning, and it'll definitely help him throughout his life. So, so about health, motherhood, or success, is there any belief which changed during this journey? Like पहले आप कुछ और definition था इसका, अब कुछ और हो गया.
definitely, yes. पहले ऐसा लगता था कि homemade food is very healthy. Yes, this
Hmm.
everybody believes in. बाहर का खाना नहीं खाना चाहिए, घर का healthy खाना होता है. But घर
Correct.
के healthy खाने में भी what ingredients you are using makes a
Yes.
difference. So yes,
Yes.
this perspective was changed, कि आप
Hmm.
क्या बना रहे हो, आप क्या खिला रहे हो, और उसका impact आपके health पे कैसा होगा, makes a
Hmm.
difference. Like as I said earlier, in our case, wheat is the biggest enemy for us,
Hmm.
wheat
Correct.
products. And it is found in majorly all the products.
All the products. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. Imagine my child cannot even have a packet of chips. आजकल
Hmm.
बच्चों को तो सब लगता है, चिप्स चाहिए, कोल्ड ड्रिंक चाहिए, चॉकलेट्स चाहिए. So it is very
Correct.
difficult. But then, getting a good alternative for all these products was wherein, my role play, I played that role, नहीं, अच्छे इंग्रेडिएंट से अच्छी रेसिपीज तैयार करना, अच्छा सब्स्टिट्यूट ढूंढना, और इसी तरह से वी चेंज आई चेंज माय माइंडसेट कि नहीं, good ingredients will give us good nutrition which is
Right.
required, and that's how everybody should go in. सिर्फ
Right.
homemade food healthy नहीं होता है,
Right.
ingredients matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, if I ask you, how do you balance between caring for others, including your son, and caring for yourself? What is your self-care routine, or, you know, any
See, self
activity?
see basically self care is not being selfish, but
Yes.
you need time for yourself, wherein my way is to have a cup of tea peacefully. That is the
Mm-hmm.
best break I can give myself, or spending time with my kids, playing games with them, indoor games. That's the best thing. And a healthy caregiver is able to care for others much better. So, yes, I will tell
Yes.
everyone, please give yourself some time, some break, and refresh yourself, because you are the ultimate person who is taking care of your family. So, we
Absolutely.
should give time and preference to our own self.
Correct. Totally agree to that. So yes, chai is a very therapeutic
Therapy.
yes, it is a therapy.
It's the biggest therapy, actually.
Right. So okay, so moving ahead, we have some rapid fire questions for you. So not rapid fire, वो 5 second वाला. It's just that short answer types. And I think we have couple of answers already, but okay, let's run this round. So my first question is, what is one comfort food that you can never say no to?
A warm homemade millet dosa with chutney.
Wow, nice. Your favorite doing absolutely nothing activity.
I just said having a cup of tea, peacefully, silently sitting in the gallery.
Right. Okay, so one kitchen ingredient you think is completely underrated.
That is millets, because
Correct,
it was our staple food, but we all have forgotten that.
correct, correct. Okay. Any hobby that people would be surprised to know about you?
Experimenting healthy recipes for my family.
Okay. Okay, now this is something deeper. One person who unknowingly taught you an important lesson of life.
That is my younger son. Definitely, because of him, we are here today and we have learned a lot.
Yes, yes, yes. I was expecting that answer because, uh, fortunately or unfortunately, because of him, you are on a track which is so meaningful. So yeah. Okay, and the last one is fill in the blanks. जैसे हम बच्चों को आप प्रिपेयर कराते होगे ना, fill in the blanks. So you just have to complete this line. Healing begins when we dash.
When we nourish our body with love, awareness, and the right food.
Great, great. Absolutely correct. So a lot of inspiration coming in कि क्या खाना चाहिए, कैसे खाना चाहिए. And like you rightly said कि हमें लगता है घर का खाना मतलब healthy. But actually कभी-कभी घर का खाना ज़्यादा unhealthy हो जाता है.
Mhm.
So we need to work on that. Okay. Moving ahead, we will talk a little bit about the woman in general because Shrishti, as such, is a place where we talk more about women mental health and how, as women, we have so many things around us, yet, people like you are creating a path for them. So, coming to this segment, first question that I have for you is as a woman, we often nurture everyone else who is around us, everyone in the family. किसी को कुछ होता है तो we are standing on the defense line कि हाँ बताओ क्या करना है, कब खिलाना है, क्या खिलाना है, everything. But what is that one wellness habit that you think that every woman should prioritize for herself?
See, never ignore your own health.
Mhm.
Okay? Regular meals, keep yourself hydrated, have adequate sleep, which is utmost important for us as females, and
Right.
the biggest thing is annual health checkups. It is
Mhm.
not a luxury, but it is a necessity. We often take care of everybody in the family and we forget our own self. So, as I earlier said, that a good caregiver should be healthy, fit, and fine. Then only the entire family will be healthy. So, a mother has to be healthy. There is no other option. If she falls ill, khatam, the entire family goes for a toss. So it is better that you don't ignore yourself. It's high time now that we should give our life a priority.
Absolutely correct. Uh, and again, about the nutrition and healthy eating, what are some of the common mistakes that you feel families in India are making? Unknowingly, mistake to unknowingly hoga, but what are they making?
They're choosing convenience over quality. The first
Mhm.
thing, they are choosing or selecting or reading calorie count more than
Mhm.
the nutrition, the ingredients. So this is where, things are not working properly,
Correct,
because assuming healthy marketing claims doesn't always mean healthy.
correct, correct.
So we actually, thoroughly need to study regarding the ingredients, the intake which we are going to do with the help of these products. And all packaged food is not healthy,
Absolutely.
because there are a lot of preservatives and artificial emulsifiers which are being added to increase the shelf life of those products, and
Right,
knowingly unknowingly we are intaking something which is not going to suit our body in future.
right.
तभी हमको नहीं पता चलता है उसका ड्रॉबैक क्या है, बट yes, in near future definitely that will hit somewhere or the other. So
Correct,
yes,
correct.
we have to see that the nutrition goes good in our food.
Right. Absolutely. So I think you already gave this message, but if there is one message for all the mothers who are listening to us today, what is that one message that you would like them to take back from your story or from your journey?
It's trust your instincts first, and never underestimate the determination of a mother. Nobody else can understand your child better than a mother. So
Correct.
yes, keep asking questions, keep talking to your child, spend time, and never underestimate a mother.
Absolutely. Um, okay. So we are now moving towards the like concluding all that we have talked and giving more concise information from you so that others get inspired to focus more on this aspect of health and nutrition. So what is one myth about healthy living or healthy woman that you would like to break today?
Healthy food doesn't have to be boring, bland, or very expensive. Okay.
Mhm.
So, with right ingredients, healthy food can be delicious, satisfying, and affordable too.
Yeah.
So, we should, as mothers, as women, we should, try to come up with something good and nutritious for our own self and for our families. Gone are the days where the typical roti, sabji, or having only rice. No. Now there are a lot of varieties, and people are also getting conscious and aware about different types of salads, sprouts, and like millet dosas, millet breads, high protein breads, which are available now. We should start looking towards in that direction of health.
Absolutely agree with this. Um, Okay. So my next question is, it's a very fast moving world. Like we spoke about how convincing people about these healthy alternatives or like this myth that we just spoke about. It is all like very cluttered and very chaotic. So in amidst all of this, how do you protect your peace and your mental health?
See, what truly matters me is, I don't spend time in comparing. I spend time in, creating and focusing on what next I have to, experiment or research or, come up with a good recipe. So let the others do their job of comparing. I will do my job of creating and coming up with new healthy items. So, yes, because the smile of the families which we serve, you know, reminds me why am I here. So that keeps me going on. That yes, why I began this journey is for these kids, especially small kids and elderly people. So that keeps me on and motivated.
Wonderful. So it's like you're totally immersed in what you're doing because it is definitely it has a great purpose. It's so good to know that you are totally involved. Your life also totally revolves around the work that you're doing. That's great. So if we talk about success, like the way we define success, if I ask you, how do you define success today compared to when your journey started? Is there any change?
Yes. See, when I started, success meant for me was save food for my family and my kid. And
Mhm.
today, when you ask me this, success means helping hundreds of families who have experienced the same relief.
Mhm.
Success has become more deeply personal to me now.
Absolutely. And what has this journey taught you about being resilient and having that confident self-belief as a
See,
mother?
motherhood itself is the greatest teachers. We know that. It teaches you anything and everything which you
Mhm.
haven't even imagined. Like take for
Right.
example myself. I never knew how to make a roti out of jawar, bhakri, which we call it in Maharashtra. I
Mhm.
could not do that, but I learned
Mhm.
for my own kid.
Right.
Then I wasn't that perfect, so I thought of going in for various variety in that where I could roll it nicely with a rolling
Mhm.
pin. So I came with another blends, mixes, combinations, matches. So yes, it teaches you, patience, courage, and creativity along with resilience. So I
Nice.
have learned that an ordinary woman can create extraordinary change if driven with love and purpose.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, if we had to give your journey a title, what would that title be?
From a mother's kitchen to a mission of healing.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's a lovely title. Uh, so thank you, Nikita. We had lots of things to learn about health, nutrition, and about motherhood in general also, because it is not easy. All of us know, whoever is listening to us, they'll know that whenever you are hit with something, and especially when it's something that your child is has to go through, it becomes very difficult. It totally shatters you. But then coming out of it and then healing your own child and spreading that healing purpose to people around you, to hundreds of families around you, it is something very commendable. So I really congratulate you for doing that and for still doing that and being totally aligned to this purpose and this mission of yours. So, a lot of inspiration to get from in this conversation. And once again, thank you very much for taking out time for this episode. And all the best to spread your hundreds to thousands and lakhs of people. Because, yes, I think what needs to be done more is awareness. People need to get aware that these things exist. Because even now, whatever be the technology, whatever be the news, but अपने माइंड को कन्विंस करना सबसे ज्यादा मुश्किल होता है कोई अगर प्रॉब्लम आती है तो हम मतलब
Definitely.
बेसिकली खाने में इंडियन हाउस होल्ड में हम रोटी चावल से निकलना हमारे लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है
It is very
सो
difficult. But
या
I would like to add one more point here. There is this myth कि हम मैदा नहीं खा रहे लेकिन हम wheat खा रहे हैं. We are consuming wheat. But
राइट
people aren't aware कि मैदा जो है वो wheat से ही बनता है, गेहूं से
करेक्ट
ही बनता है. तो अगर मैदा हेल्दी नहीं है तो wheat कैसे हेल्दी हुआ? सूजी
राइट
रवा is also made from wheat. Idli
करेक्ट
dosa, idli rava is also made from wheat. So how these
Correct.
ingredients are healthy? If you'll
Mm-hmm.
see, if you go and visit a dietitian or a
Mm-hmm.
nutrition, if you have to lose weight, the very first thing they'll ask you to quit wheat.
Correct. Correct.
A diabetic patient
Mm-hmm.
is asked first to drop out wheat. A heart
Yes.
patient is asked to drop out wheat. Then how is this wheat so healthy? People are still not aware about all these things. And I hope with this episode, what we have done today with you, at least if we are able to educate some people, it will be a great help. Let's not
Absolutely.
forget our millets, our staple, which our forefathers used to have it, and see, they were so healthy. We sit and talk, ki,
Absolutely.
ha, meri parnani was 102 years old when she passed
Correct.
away, and she was
Correct.
healthy. And if you see
Mm.
now, we are not that as compared to them. Why? Because
Absolutely.
they had good food. So I
Mm.
would suggest and request everyone to please think what we are eating before. And wheat is not that good, it doesn't give anything. As
Correct.
compared to
Correct.
nutrition matters, wheat doesn't give anything. So let's change our mindset and divert ourselves for a healthy living and a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think with people like you who are spreading out this, not just the awareness, but also solutions. Because, yes, one thing is also, like you rightly said in the beginning, that affordability becomes a question because obviously things which are adulterated and have, what do you call it? Preservatives, things like that, they usually float in the market like anything because
Yes,
they are cheaper and we mostly look at the bill rather than looking at what it is giving us. So having affordable options and having the awareness again matters a lot. So thank you very much for putting light on that. And yes, I
yes,
wish you all the best for your journey ahead and lots of love to your child who has been managing, who is an inspiration at this age itself. So lots of blessings to him. Thank you. Spoke a lot about health and nutrition and everything. So in this Shrishti signature segment, I want to ask you, what is it about health and nutrition that you want to, give light on, and what people need to understand as a basic awareness to take care of their health?
okay. See, we at Neon the Healer, we have variety of products, okay, which are substitute for wheat. So
Mm-hmm.
if you see, if you want to have a good healthy diet and you don't want to compromise on, the typical taste, the typical food item, like for example, we have jawar rava. In the
Mm-hmm.
market, suji rava is available. So
Yes.
you can substitute jawar rava with suji
Mm-hmm.
rava, and you can make all those items which were made with suji.
So
Like for
true.
example, a diabetic patient can easily have idli, dosa, shira, upma made from jawar rava. So we at Neon the Healer
Mhm.
are giving each and every substitute of wheat and meat products, so
Right.
you can take care of your health more nicely and your journey can be easy and smooth. Like, for example, maida, all purpose flour. Yes, we also have gluten free all purpose flour. So you
Oh.
can make, samosas, you can make, shakkar pada, namkeen, all those
Mhm.
items wherein maida is used. I
Mhm.
have to do all these experiments because my son also needs all this, right?
Yes,
मुझे भी
absolutely.
उसे पूरी पराठा सब खिलाना है. भाकरी से
Correct.
you cannot, na? You also need variety.
Correct.
So
Correct.
with all purpose flour, you can bake cookies also, you know.
Mhm.
So that is there. The way we have broken wheat in the market, we have dalias, jawar,
Mhm.
bajra, ragi, rice, mixed dalias. So by
Correct.
keeping your health in mind and not compromising on your food, we have variety of products which can take care of your health, and if you're suffering from anything, that can be reversed. Like I had many patients who have reversed their diabetes also with these healthy flours. I have
Mhm.
many other patients who have used these products for diet, So
Right.
yes, I would like to suggest that we at Neon the Healer have all the substitutes for wheat and meat products. Do
Mhm.
explore and experience it, how it is, and how it gives your health a benefit.
Without compromising on any taste and everything.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I will be sharing details on how to contact Nikita, because if people are interested and get and want to know more about what are the options, how they can explore it. So yes, they can connect with you on the video itself. So yeah, thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.